There are other different types of dementia, and depending upon where the difficulties lie, that in the illness determines the course of treatment.
Yes, you can. All you have to do is want to do it.
Yes.
Want to be it.
When you set your mind to it, and this is who you are, and
the grown men. We have the youth that we need to mentor, and we need to inspire, and we need to motivate. But I know, as a recent conversation between you and I, that you're also in the business of motivating grown men. Through that, I'm supposed to see God in it at every turn. So me going to the Sea of Galilee was to remind me of that, to refresh myself of that. It is all under control, that He does have it. It's just as clear as that fresh water that I saw.
You're Our Unity, hosted by LeShawn Walker, Tuesday nights, 6 p.m. PST.
Welcome, everyone, to You're Our Unity, a show that wishes to spread a spirit of peace and love in the world, one person at a time. We want to encourage you to have an attitude of gratitude this holiday season. I want you to be thankful for your blessings, but even more grateful for the challenges, because those challenges turn you into a resilient and strong person. I am your host, LeShawn Walker. I'd like to welcome you in. Please like, share, and follow. Let everyone know that we're on right now. The holiday season is upon us, my friends. It is hustling and bustling outside. Traffic, people are having and feeling the spirit of merry and joy and love, and I'm sure ready to eat on Thursday because Thanksgiving is here too. I had a great weekend. I was kind of relaxing, preparing for the prioritizing and the organizing that I will be doing this weekend coming. I also last week was able to attend an event in Plainview, Babes in Business. And it was really wonderful. It was an event that was for women in business who feel they need a little, guidance, encouragement, but really it was for more of empowerment. So Babes in Business, which I attended, and I think I have a few photos I like to share. We were tabling there. I met some really, really wonderful women. These women, business owners, sharing their secrets, encouraging each other, inspiring one another, teaching each other all that it takes to be a successful business person. This amazing woman that owns this organization, Jen, she puts together a lot of workshops and programs and a lot of seminars throughout the year that help business owners on their quest, especially and only, I believe, women business owners on their quest to becoming successful business owners. There were so many products there. There was so much networking. I was able to share all that Your Unity is doing. And a couple of those beautiful women are actually going to be guests on the show as well. So I can't wait for that to happen. So I hope you guys had a wonderful week. Whatever you did, please drop it in the chat. Let me know. Are you ready for the holidays? Is it coming up a little too soon? I think that it's sneaking up on me, actually. I'm, a happy person. I enjoy the holidays and the spirit of the holidays, but it also becomes a sad time for me because I lost a few people around this time in my life. So, I tend to be sort of a little sad and depressed because those people are not here to share in this festive season with me. But I'm glad that they are here in spirit. Obviously, they are my little angels here on heaven and earth. But basically, this time of year is supposed to be for feeling grateful and feeling thankful. And though everyone is preparing to eat and share time with their family and friends, it's also a time to reflect on all the wonderful things that you have in your life. I was speaking to a friend of mine last night, and we were kind of catching up. We haven't spoken in a few weeks, maybe about a month or so. And this past couple of weeks was a very sad time in her life. She lost her son a year ago, a couple of weeks ago, and I missed the opportunity because of everything that I was going through to call her and speak with her and kind of see what she was going through and how she was feeling in that moment. But we did take the time last night to catch up, and even though we were going through all of the sadness that we were experiencing and the things that we weren't too thrilled about, we also took a moment to think about the wonderful blessings that we do still have. Our life, our health, our family, our jobs, the fact that we still, are good mind, body, and spirit. It's just realizing those wonderful things in your life that will make those sad times in your life not so sad anymore. So I hope you guys are out there, even if you're experiencing something, going through something, miss someone, that you are taking the time to be grateful and thankful in this season. There's so much that you have to look forward to. And even though you may go through the trials and tribulations and the challenges, there's always a brighter side of that. As I mentioned in the intro, these challenges make us stronger. See how you can triumph and overcome those things that try to take you down. It's not worth it. Just look to the brighter side. That's who I am, and that's who I guess I'll always be, but I encourage everyone out there to do the same. So last year, for my Thanksgiving special of Your Our Unity, I had a few women here on a panel that discussed what they felt made them feel grateful, and also how it is important for them to feel grateful. So before I go, I think you guys saw the Happy Thanksgiving. I wish you blessings and love and joy and peace and all of that. But I had some women here last year that discussed with us the importance of feeling grateful, and out of all that they've gone through, what they've managed to overcome and how they were able to overcome it, and how thankful they are for the many challenges that they did experience, because it made them the people that they are today. So this year I decided to bring some gentlemen on the show, past guests and friends of Your Our Unity, who are going to share all that they have experienced, catch us up to what's happening in their world since the last time we've spoken with them, in addition to sharing from their perspective how important it is to be grateful and thankful this time of year. So I would like to tell you the title of the show is The Power of Gratitude. And we'll be discussing that with these three amazing gentlemen, but I only have two here right now. And the first gentleman is Mychal Sledge, who is the co-founder and CEO of the Sledge Group, a unique nonprofit community-based program which provides male and female adolescents mentoring groups, tutoring, and support services for the parents. Mychal is a servant of God, a husband, father, and published writer, and a national and international martial arts champion, having traveled the world as an elite member of the United States Karate Team, attaining unprecedented status and listed in the World Almanac for 5 consecutive years. The Sledge Group strives to empower, uplift, and provide positive influence in the lives of urban youth. He is a dynamic transformational speaker striving to create positive change. His stance on building up community begins with reaching out and teaching all men from all lifestyles the importance and possibilities of change. We also have Vitor Perez. Vitor Perez is an entrepreneur and filmmaker on his first independent film, These Days, and currently working on his family documentary about his late grandma who lived to 104 years old. Vitor is the thankful son, husband, and father who is actively involved in his community and spends a great deal of his time organizing and advocating for education, the environment, and the fine arts. He sits on the advisory board for the Office of Hispanic Affairs in Nassau County, New York, and is a board member for the Elmont Culture Center. Vitor is passionate about giving back, empowering and educating our youth and adults, as well as supporting and fighting for those in underserved communities. And last but not least, we have Fabian Thorne. He's a goal-driven entrepreneur, mentor, speaker, and author. A son, husband, and proud father, he is a man on a mission to inspire not just boys and men, but everyone who has had a dream, a goal, or a hunger to be a better and successful person. This spiritual and focused child of God is also an athlete, a trainer, and an advocate for fitness with over 30 years of experience in the sports and fitness industries, working with celebrities, athletes, entertainers, and fitness enthusiasts. He is the proud owner of Built to Last Fitness Company and Premium Alkaline Water. As a motivational speaker, Fabian has influenced thousands of youth by sharing a remarkable story of his lifelong passion for fitness and the obstacles and challenges he overcame to pursue a career in football. Fabian's ultimate message, and I'm sure the message for all of these guys here on the stage, is for anyone who has been through or is going through the trials and tribulations of life is to never give up. There's always a way to overcome your circumstances. Please help me welcome these amazing gentlemen, Mychal Sledge and Vitor Perez, as well as Fabian Thorne. How are you, gentlemen? Thank you.
Grateful.
Thank you for being here. How are you, Fabian? Can you hear us?
Yes, I'm awesome. Thank you for the introduction.
No problem. It is
The two young men, and to the two young men, other men on the panel. God bless you guys.
Bless you.
Much love, thanks.
Thank you. I am so excited to have you guys here. Last year, as I mentioned, I had the young ladies here. You know, we like to share and pour out our heart and the things that's going on. We can't stop talking sometimes, but sometimes it's hard to pull out of men, you know, what they've gone through, accomplished, achieved, and what they're passionate about. But I know all of you are into, you know, empowering young people. And I know all of you also are very passionate about everything that you do independently, your career as well as your career in the Sledge Group, and Fabian with his Built to Last company and everything that he wants to instill in the young people out here in the world. So I want to start with you, Vitor.
Sure.
Past year, so much has happened since the last time you was here. Catch us up real quick on what's been going on with Vitor.
Yes, well, thank you for having me on the show again. So last time I know we discussed about our film, and we're in post-production, and we are still in post-production. However, I just came back from LA a couple of weeks ago, and pretty much it's the American film market out in Santa Monica, California, and pretty much just trying to meet, build relationships, start networking with people out there. It was focused a lot on the more independent film industry, and so it was something new, a new arena for me. And so, it was learning as well, asking a lot of questions, and also, meeting new people in the industry. A lot it's a lot of challenges, but I think it's a start by being in that type of arena and meeting people. And right now, we have to do a lot of follow-ups with the film, so that way we could get distributors and streamers to get on board with our film once it's 100% complete and finished.
Wow,
so
that's great. That's wonderful. Well, for those of us out there who do not know, tell us a little about the film these days. I think we have a quick photo of what the film is, but you give us a brief description.
Yeah, these days is a coming age, is a family drama, American Latino film that takes place in Long Island, New York. We filmed, it's about a 14-year-old kid who's trying to find himself, going with repressed emotions. And it's something that he has to deal with, being raised by a single mother. And so we all have gifts, and we show that he, as a 14-year-old, has a gift, which we kind of disclose that at the end of the film. Don't want to give it all out, but it's a tough time for those teenagers during that time. They're trying to find themselves, and so he's one of them. And we're just trying to show it on the positive light of the film.
I love it. I love it. Well, I'm so glad that things are moving along.
Yes.
I can't wait till the film is actually complete and ready to stream. But we'll be ready. We're anticipating it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
You're
So,
welcome.
Michael, same. I mean, since the last time you were here was a few months ago, I believe your nonprofit, the Sledge Group, had just wrapped up for the season, and I'm sure this season you started again. So tell me a little about what's going on. What's the new?
Well, first, I want to thank you again for having us on.
Oh,
And it was a
thank you.
smart move having all men this year, really. And the beauty and the blessings for me is this is our 24th year.
Wow.
We started back in October for this fiscal year, and it's overwhelming. We're virtual. We've been able to expand to Trinidad, Canada, different states because we're virtual. The blessing has been a consistency, over the years. I just had a documentary done, and I know you had Reggie Bullock on here, the genius. He did a full documentary on my life. It's now on YouTube called Michael. And very interesting because when I think about gratitude, it makes me reflect back on my life. It makes me look back on things I had to overcome as a child to be the man I am today.
Right.
And then like the three of us, just giving back to our community and making a change no matter what, realizing our position in life is to give back and our purpose, which is awesome.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And the Sledge Group, again, giving back to the youth, not just young men, but also women.
Yes.
Tell me, how is that impacting this young generation now that they're seeing that this doesn't have to end when they turn 18 years old?
It amazes me. It's blowing me away because I can reflect back on a young man or a young lady being 12, 13, 14 years old. And now they're in their 20s or early 30s. And they're doing powerful stuff.
Yes.
From teaching to nurses to doctors to engineers.
Yes.
And I can always reflect back on when they first came into the organization, they were trouble. They bless you. They were really trouble.
Right.
And it's a good example for me. I'm grateful that they realized through their journey that they need to come back and help somebody else and pull somebody else up. Not just selfishly take and grow and their families change. That they actually are consistent with me now, but a lot older.
Yeah.
I'm looking at grown men and grown women now.
Yep, exactly. Who have taken the information and just grew with it. I love it. I love it. Well, you, Fabian, my friend, you have experienced so much this past year since I met you and the last time I saw you. I do want to first say that I'm so sorry about the passing of your mom. You spoke so passionately about that woman the last time you was here and everything that she's done for you and the sacrifices that she's made for you. So I know that, she is so dearly missed. And I just want to give my love and my prayers to you and your family. But tell me what has been going on with the brand, Fabian Thorne.
Well, that you mentioned moms, she always said to me, I keep my foot on the gas pedal. So I wouldn't disappoint her, and slow things down or stop what I'm doing just because she's not physically here. So I've actually put my foot on the gas pedal even more because I know that's what she would want me to do. And so I know she's smiling. Well, since it's been a lot, I recently got inducted into the Delaware State Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Last month, and
Congratulations.
Thank you. That was truly a blessing in its entirety, and I say that because I've been knocking on my college door for a long time to get back into the community, to understand that I was a business major. I'm running my own business. I'm an entrepreneur. What could I do to come back and show the students that they can make it too as an entrepreneur? And so this Hall of Fame induction kicked the floodgates open. And sometimes we always say God's timing is the best time. And I say that because everything I asked for from God, I didn't have to go ask for from them. They actually asked me after the induction, we need you to come back and speak. Can you do this and can you do that? And once I got that opportunity, then now I can present to you everything that I have that I'm looking forward to doing business with. So one great thing that came out of it, sooner than later, we actually created a logo. The Delaware State Hornet logo is now on my bottle of water for the school itself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I presented that to him, a mock-up bottle to show him that, look, if we're going to be partners or we're going to get into this bed together, then we should solidify the relationship. And they were sold on it and said it was a great marketing tool. So that I just launched that with the College of Business, and which my major is, so it was perfect, and so a lot's going on, and I'm just trying to nurture those relationships consistently, because one people don't understand is this: you can be, the only way to stay fresh on people's mind is to be consistent and persistent at speaking with them and let them know, because everybody's not going to always think about you.
Right.
So you can't assume that just because you've been inducted and they put a jacket on me and put a ring on the finger, that wasn't good enough for me. I wasn't ready to walk off into the sunset. No, sir.
I love it. I love it. You gotta make sure you have some longevity in that whole experience in being inducted into the Hall of Fame of Delaware State. That is awesome. Yeah. I'm so happy for you. I mean, you guys are really doing a lot. I am really, really impressed, I must say, and I'm grateful that I know you, because
yes,
these are the moments that I'm going to cherish when I can say I remember when. Yeah. So I am so grateful for the fact that you're here, especially now, but also that you're doing so well, in the midst of the crazy that exists in this world. I know that you mentioned earlier that, you're still in pre-production and the editing and things of that nature. And I know that you experienced some setbacks and challenges with the pandemic. Tell me, how did you guys bounce back from that? And what are you grateful for that now is opened up, that this is almost done?
Well, a lot of the challenges was taking precaution, with practicing the 6 feet, distancing 6 feet, and making sure we have, the mask on, and just, first and foremost, making sure that we had to make sure that, when we're in production, that people weren't getting sick, and making sure that they get tested right before they stepped into production. So those were the things that we were careful about, because we didn't, any small. Our margin of error was very small.
Right. No.
So if somebody got sick during that 2-week interval, I think it would have set us back.
Right.
So we were fortunate and we were grateful. I think we're grateful, not really for me or our team. I think we're just more grateful that we're opening up doors for the youth on Long Island to see that, we were giving these opportunities hope in the arts, not just in film, but music and art. And I think that that's what's needed here in Strong Island, because there's not too many opportunities for these kids, and that's what's needed. And I'm hoping that we could do that where our film be successful.
No, I love that. I love that you say that, because it is definitely needed. These kids need an outlet.
And for sure, I think we're also grateful for working with a nonprofit organization on Long Island. And nice. I know you have a nonprofit organization as well, and we're looking to partner and build relationships as well. So, focusing on their youth, I think that's important. And I think if we, as we start building a stronger team, we could definitely help our youth.
Yeah. Sure. Nope, I totally agree. And the fact that, there's so many people that are on the same page and have the same mission, to give back and pour into our youth, especially to show them a different path. And all three of you guys are doing that. And as I mentioned, each of you have also experienced something with you going through your challenges and your tribulations. Mychal, tell me, how do you teach the kids to overcome those things, to get through them?
Sharing many of my experience, strength, and hopes. Just like this brother just shared, we got inducted into the Hall of Fame for the martial arts in 2014. But what they didn't realize, I'm the oldest, born a premature baby, teenage mom, got married, grew up in Harlem, born in Brooklyn, and it was a struggle.
Yeah.
You know, education, football guided me. I played high school football, college football, Shaw University, you know, and it gave me the discipline. The martial arts gave me the discipline. What I share with them is who I am.
Right.
And they feel that.
Right.
They understand that. Even the young ladies, in terms of being a father of daughters, explaining to them my responsibility as a man,
Right.
and what I didn't know as a kid and what I do now.
Right.
That honesty breeds honesty.
Right.
You know, I'm a firm believer God is the best of planners, and He has ordered my footsteps, and I'm obedient and guiding and going in that direction. We teach affirmations. We teach speaking positivity into your own life. You don't have to wait for someone else to tell you you're a good man, you're a king, you're honest, you're a man of integrity. We teach meditation, which is my martial arts background. But the positive affirmations consistently. We're not a religious-based organization, but we're very spiritual.
Right.
So I'm able to encompass many different spiritualities into a holistic approach to mentoring.
Right.
And again, for 24 years, it's been a blessing that our doors have never closed. We've never stopped mentoring. We teach them Thanksgiving and give back. We feed the homeless. We teach them Christmas Eve to take toys and clothes into the shelters.
Nice.
For a child to learn to give and give and give at an early age, it never leaves them.
Yes.
It never leaves them.
Yep.
Because they're so used to in this world is teaching them to take and take and take and take and be self-centered. Well, we put a spin on it and just show them how it feels to feed someone that doesn't have food tomorrow or that Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
And this is what can happen to your life. Real talk.
Yeah.
If you don't make any adjustments or any changes.
Yeah.
Understand the academic process also. Elevate yourself.
Yeah.
The most powerful tool in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. So it's important to read and understand this.
Yeah. No.
And then you can find a sense of gratitude.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Because those things will breed that gratitude, those things that you were up against, but you mustered enough energy and enough passion and perseverance to just barrel right through it will make you feel that gratitude. And then to me, the blessings overfloweth after that. You know, they really do. That is so powerful. And you are so right, my friend. And Fabian, I know, again, you too, as Michael, has been through challenges. I mean, you were playing football, from what I understand, with one eye. You were blind.
Yeah.
In
well,
one eye.
Well, you know, for me, I really realized later in life that it was a disability. I lost my left eye when I was 2 years old to a cancerous tumor. And football saved my life. But the game of football, and I try to tell the young men that I talk to and the young athletes that I talk to, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And if you cannot find the time to dedicate yourself to what it is that you say you love, then don't expect the results to be astronomical, because it's not going to happen. You know, I tell the kids, you know, telling you, there's two important days in your life: the day you were born and the day you found out why. And when you find out that why, I can guarantee you that's your purpose. And with that purpose, when you find out your purpose, I guarantee you there's passion gonna come with it, because you're gonna be excited to know that you know why you're here, because we're all here for a reason. So once you find out your why, then you should be going so hard behind that purpose, because that purpose is going to open up room for you. It's going to open up gifts. It's going to open up room for you to be prosperous. And it's not just for you to be prosperous. And when we say prosperous, meaning you're reaching out and you're touching others at sometimes that you don't even know you touched.
Exactly.
I walked into the gas station yesterday, and a young man walked up to me. Never seen him before. He said, Fabian Thorne. I said, yes. He said, I'll never forget that you spoke at my banquet, my football banquet. And I said, well, when was this? He said, I was 11 years old. I said, well, how old are you now? He said, I'm 28. He said, but that your story resonated with me, and I just wanted to let you know that it still did. And I went on to Delaware State, and I left there and graduated from Bowie. He said, but I just want you to know that day you touched me that day. I said, wow, and this was out of the blue. And so we have to be mindful of the relationships we build and what we put out in the atmosphere, because we never know who we're reaching and who we're touching and how far does that go.
Yeah.
So for that young man to come full circle to tell me what he told me, it didn't make me big-headed. It made me even want to work harder and grind harder, because I touched someone years ago that can remember. Here I am, 49. He 28. He was 11 then. I had to be 32. So you just think of these things like, wow, 17. I was 17 years ago that I did this, and this young man remember my speech and remember what it meant to him.
That's
and
awesome.
So for me to hear the saying with the young men on the panel is just so important, that we understand that this is way bigger than us.
Right.
It's way bigger than us. And if we get outside, if we can stick with that, knowing that it's way bigger than us, then it's going to always be way bigger than us.
Yeah, you're right about that, my friend. You are so right about that. And him just saying that it is way bigger than us. Elaborate on that to me in your perspective and what that means to you.
Yeah, just to piggyback from the two young gentlemen over here. When we filmed, first of all, our youth was from Long Island, inexperienced Latinos. And when we were filming those 2 weeks, the actors, these youth actors, they wanted to help. And we said, yeah, come and help. And learning the production side of things, I'm learning myself. But it was just an opportunity for these kids to learn the film side of things. What does it take? What are the daily tasks? Okay, we have catering coming in the morning, lunch and dinner. Something that, wow, they're learning at young age, and I think that's our opportunity. Do we have the camera set, what works, what doesn't work? Do we run the extension cords? So simple things like that. It's eye-opening for these kids. They do ask a lot of questions, and I think that's important, because we gave them an opportunity for them to learn a little bit about the film business, or the film school, you want to say. And I think that's something that you can't get there anywhere else without us being and giving that opportunity to the community. So I think, them learning at a younger age, they learn a lot, they ask questions, and I think it's important because now it's in their head, and it's something they could take with them down the road and say, hey, they did it, why can I do it?
Exactly. It
And
is
that's
possible.
And it's possible. Correct.
Yes.
And that's what you want to jewel in them. And that, there's hope. And so as long as you give them that hope, and we're there for them, and they need assistance, and we're working together as a team, then we could build something for sure.
Yes, I totally agree. And that sentiment of it is way bigger than us, it's so true, because every day that we wake up, we can affect someone's life, and it doesn't have to be professionally. It can just be personally, as I said on this show many times, that just saying hello, a kind smile, or you look pretty today, or you look handsome today, you smell good. Those things mean something, and they go a long way. And I am grateful that I am able to extend that to people at times, So I love that you're doing that, especially, knowing that you're working within your Hispanic community too, and you're building up these young kids and letting them know that, gangs is not necessarily the way, that it's not your story. Being a single parent is not your story. Being a person that's just living mediocrity is not your story. And that goes as well for the Black community. So tell me, in terms of you empowering the youth, especially now in the world that we live in, what should we be ever more so grateful for?
Our life, our ability to wake up in the morning and give thanks, our ability to do what the three of us are doing, the four of us are doing, excuse me, because it's a passion, it's a vision, but it's also serving God.
Yeah.
I'm really big on my next book is The Life I Live Today Is Not My Own. And in the process of doing this work over 25 years collectively, I realized God's been all over this. This is what my brother just said. This is much bigger than me. I have a saying in Sledge Group, I touch the unborn.
Mhm.
And just like those young men that were 12, 13, and those young ladies that were 12, 13, 14 years old, they're adults now with their own children.
Right.
Because they was in Sledge Group, their children grow up totally different than the way they grew up.
Yeah.
And much better.
Yeah.
So we're touching the unborn.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to touch generations down the line while we're here. I mean, we all heard the saying, you know, we're human beings having a spiritual experience and the reality. But the truth of the matter is, spiritually, we're only on this earth for a period of time.
Right.
And the question is, I agree with your beginning and when you find out what your worth is, but what are you doing in that dash?
Yeah.
That dash is so important.
Well,
I don't want to die with my dreams.
I know. Yes.
I don't want my children to die with their dreams. I don't want my grandchildren to die with their dreams. And I love you two guys calling me young man, because I know I'm the elder sitting here, right? Listen, y'all making me teach. You're making me smile. It's the little things. But the blessing is understanding our purpose and our vision, and even through the obstacles of not feeling good, depression, this is not working, a bad day. We woke up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if we haven't learned anything during this pandemic, many didn't wake up.
Yes.
I lost a godson on a Monday, 32 years old, and I lost a goddaughter, 22 years old, the following Saturday.
Oh my God. So
And
sorry.
these were positive
Yes.
people.
Yeah. Who lived and loved their life.
And I know I can't go in a fetus position and put a cover over my head and I'm not going to get up. I'm not going to do anything. No, I lived their life. I lived their memories. I lived the joy. I lived the laughter. I lived us breaking bread together.
Yeah.
So their life is not in vain.
Right.
But if we don't learn anything in this process of this pandemic, is live your life to the fullest. And there's no such thing as I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried. I went to that funeral. I buried. I can't. I buried. I tried. I brought roses to the funeral.
Yeah.
It is not words that come out of my mouth or people that are around me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do.
That's right.
Show me.
Yes. Yes.
Get back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. No,
But
you're
we know our position comes to do two things. That's to make us or break us. And as I can see, everybody that's on this panel, we're not in the business of being broken.
No.
So, you know, we're gonna get back. If those eyes open up, I'm excited to get up and go try it again and empower my team. I open my day up with a video, audio to my team. It's a team of 17, and I send them an audio, and it's Grand Rising, it's Good Morning, Tap into your greatness, go get it, let nothing stop you. Keep the peace. All we want is positive energy, positive vibes. If that's not what's around you, get from around it, or it has to get from around you.
Right.
Stay locked into what it is that God gave you. But the only thing that you got, if you get that opportunity to get up, is the only person that you can blame for your results at the end of the day is you. Right. So don't look around to the left or the right. Do your part. Yeah. Play your part. Play your role. And if you are in your passion, you're looking forward to it. You're looking forward to that smile that you put on somebody's face, you know, other than yourself. Because we waking up with a smile. We waking up like, let's go, you know, regardless of what the day look like or, you know, what emotions that you might be attached to at the moment. It shouldn't stop you from moving forward. We're all about progress. Right. And if we can teach that, then the majority of us not going to lay down.
You're right. You're right. I mean, you're built on the business of being built to last, as well as you don't just wake up strong. Yeah. Tell me real quick, what does that mean? And then we're going to go into a quick video of your induction into the Delaware State University. So tell us what that means. You just don't wake up strong.
You just don't wake up strong is a testament. And, you know, it's one is my title of my book, but it's because you don't wake up strong. Right. You have to go through something in order to say that you're strong. Right. If you haven't been through nothing, then don't tell me you're strong, because we're not talking about physical. We're talking about mental, social, spiritual. When you're challenged and you can overcome that challenge, then you can say that you're strong, but you don't wake up that way. You wake up with all the weighs on you and whatever's weighing on you, you got to get it off on you so you can get to the other side of that opposition, because opposition is it only comes to do two things, but that's where the strength is.
Right.
The strength comes in the opposition if we don't succumb to it.
Right.
You succumb to it, you stuck, you stagnated.
Yeah.
You overcome it, you then got that much stronger, that much wiser, that much more mature.
Right.
So that's where you just don't wake up strong come from.
I love it. I love it. Well, I know that you have inspired, encouraged, and empowered a lot of men, young and old out there, my friend. So we are going to share your induction video to the Delaware State University.
Awesome. Awesome.
Fabian Thorne.
All of that goes into the mixture, the bowl, to bring out the athlete that you want to become. The coach's time is the time to evaluate your talent. What you do with your time will determine what type of athlete you want to become. And so for me, my preparation was to outwork the work. After practice, hit the stairs, hit the pool, hit the weight room. So come game day, I separate myself from whoever's average, because there's nothing average about me. My DNA requires greatness.
Oh my God, Fabian, that was fabulous. Oh, I am so excited and proud for you, my friend. It is so well deserved. I know your mom is just smiling with joy, blessing you from where she is, just shining all over you. That was awesome, right, guys?
Absolutely.
I'm saying, well, look.
Inspiring, very inspiring.
Thank you. I'm a little tired of being the moderator here on our Unity. So why don't you guys ask each other some questions? What you want to know about each other? Because I'm telling you again, so powerful. Each and every last one of you are in your own right. And again, I know forever grateful for everything that you've gone through, experienced, and still are going through. So yeah, I'm opening up the floor. What you guys
I want to
say?
throw it out there. I want to throw it out there first, right? And
Go ahead. Yes.
This beautiful sister put the three of us together, and I believe it's divine order.
Yes.
I really do. I mean, we can Alkaline Water forever, brother, me and you. All right, on a serious strength, and the film piece is a spark that I need in my organization. But I want the audience to hear from three men that may seem powerful to them. How do we daily overcome the struggles in life on this earth?
Yes.
Being men of color, not our past. I'm talking about right now.
Right.
How do we overcome the muck and the mire?
Mm-hmm.
I'm using better words.
I love it, though.
The muck
I
and
like it. I like it.
our way, and not fall prey to the mental illness, the depression, the drug abuse, the alcoholism. How do we do this consistently 2022?
That's right.
I think I could kind of answer that, but pretty much you guys already threw that out there, that answer. Spiritually, number one, we got to be spiritual, and I think we got to have that in us. And number two, like you said, Fabian, waking up every morning. I think that, saying those positive things every day, every morning, or every day is a new day, is a new beginning. And so I think that one of the things is having a notebook right next to your bedside, waking up in the morning, writing down, I am beautiful, I love smiling, I don't want to help people. Those are the three things that you could say, or whatever, you want to say. And then the second thing, I think the most important thing is having compassion.
Yes.
So if we have that compassion, then we could be successful for 2023 and beyond.
Yeah.
But if we don't have that compassion, then we're not helping each other out. So I think those are the two things I want to throw that out there. And I think that we all said this. It's just more like, okay, we're putting it on. You're putting it together now, you know. So it's like, you know, we're building something here.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me say something. I'm gonna piggyback off the compassion real quick, just to let you know that this is divine order. So on my bottle, as you saw in the film, it says B2L29, right? The B2L stands for built to last. The 29 stands for compassion, teamwork, and trustworthy. That's what the number 29 means. Although was my football number, so that's why I put it on the bottle. The lines on the bottle is just being transparent with the book, and with my book. Let me get it real quick. I will get one for you.
Live TV, folks. We wait.
Yes.
Fabian Thorne.
What we do. So if you look on the book, there's lines that are going across my left eye, right? And it just makes awareness of, even though you're blind, you still have vision.
Right.
So I just was transparent with why your lines is on the bottle and the book. So I just wanted to hear about the compassion part, and this is what it stands for, and this is what it means.
Right.
So this is definitely divine order. I'm currently working, and I'm glad I was listening to about the film industry. So we just shot a trailer for my book. The book has been turned to a script.
Nice.
So we just shot the trailer. And let me tell you how great God is. I was looking for a young man to play me as a young man. And I had a guy that said, hey, come, I got a kid for you. I go to the park, to the Little League program, which my Little League program is not in swing at the moment. So I went to another one that they knew me. As I'm walking in the park, I'm watching these young fellas run stairs. Now I'm watching them from the backside. So as I'm walking in, I stop and I pointed to a kid while he was running.
Wow.
Never seen his face, never knew him. And I pointed him out. As I go to the owner of the team, I said, who's number 8? And he started to laugh. I said, what are you laughing for? He said, because that's the kid that I had for you. And so when I met the kid was light-skinned with hazel eyes and reddish hair.
Wow.
I promise you, I said nobody but God. So we just shot our trailer, and we just actually finishing the script, but we did shoot the trailer because we have a request for the storyline to be live stream, dealing with a lot of streaming folks and industries, ESPN. So we're trying to work some things out as well. So I was interested in what you say, the film, and I like the fact that what the film stands for when it comes that upbringing as a young man, because I didn't have a father figure in my life. I didn't have a father in my life, but I have father figures in my life.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a difference.
Yes.
You have a father in the household, but have father figures in my life. So that was enough for me to know what's the difference between being from a boy to a man.
Right.
And how do I handle myself and conduct myself in the presence of women?
Wow. Yep. That's amazing and needed. And I'm so glad that it was instilled in you, even if it wasn't from your father, but a father figure, because that is exactly what you guys are doing to the youth, to those that are growing up without that father in their life. You are pouring into them. So real quick, before we go, I want to give each of you an opportunity to share, you know, what's on your heart, what you're grateful for, and what you hope others can be grateful for. So real quick, Victor.
Yeah, well, I'm grateful for my family and just, you know, living the day, because we don't know what tomorrow brings. So I try to make the best of it. Each day I wake up and just, you know, focus on what can I do today to change, to inspire people and to, you know, bring a smile to their face. So that's my daily focus. And that's my gratitude. I just want to give thanks to you and everybody here in the panelists for being here and sharing your wonderful experience and what we're doing positively for the community.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. And you, Michael?
I have a big family because of Sledge Group, right? But
Right.
I'm grateful for my family. Driving here, I'm grateful for a prayer that I've heard my mother pray over me and my brother. And to watch that prayer come into fruition just brings me joy. I get emotional thinking about it. And that prayer was for me to be the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. And I didn't understand it as a child, but the walk that I'm on, the journey that I'm on, God provides.
Yes.
And my mother's, not healthy now. Me and you've talked about it. I'm on assignment with taking care of my mom, and just the joy of her still being here. And again, there's no coincidence, brother. I hear you and I feel you. I believe in ancestors. I believe in talking to my dad. I believe in talking to my 2 godchildren I just lost. I believe in the consistency and the memories. But I am so grateful for you, sis.
Thank you.
And the way we met through another.
Yes.
And to be here and then to come back with these 2 dynamic brothers doing this work. The collaboration is so important, but I have gratitude in my attitude that takes me to an altitude.
Ooh.
Bam.
Yes.
Of peace.
Killing them. Killing them.
Yes.
That altitude. It's one thing walking it. People can see you walk.
Right.
They know you got some gratitude in
Yes,
you, man.
right.
All right. You're not sluggish. Your head is held high. You're on the ball of your feet. But that altitude of connecting with Almighty God.
Oh, yes.
There's no fear.
There's no, not at all. You're absolutely right. Oh my God, thank you for that. And what about you, Fabian, real quick? What is go ahead.
I'm just grateful and I'm thankful for my family. If it wasn't for the lady, my mom's, I wouldn't be the man I am today. I'm keep it real with you. If it wasn't for her, wouldn't be who I am today at all. Hands down. I might have found my way. But not the way she helped me, not the way she guided me.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you so much. Well, look, I want to show you guys outros real quick. Thank you so much, Victor, for being here. I so very much appreciate you and all that you're doing. And you were just awarded, recently for the Hispanic Award. So congratulations. Sorry we didn't mention that. And then we have my man, Mychal Sledge, who's always out there doing something. You're being awarded for something all the time, but that is the mentoring program for the Sledge Group. Please reach out to him. And then we have a quick, not to be outdone, Mr. Fabian Thorne with his promo for Built to Last.
Oh.
I think that's important. Water and healthy nutrition, eating organic is important.
Yes.
It's not where youth can sustain and be healthy. So
That's
we can
right.
combat all these, these diseases out there.
You're absolutely right. Amazing.
Awesome.
That's where you can find them.
Awesome.
All right. So I'm going to get real quick to the Dare to Be You. And the Dare to Be You is gratitude is one of the sweet shortcuts to finding peace of mind and happiness inside. No matter what is going on outside of us, there is always something we could be grateful for. And that's what these gentlemen have showed us, regardless of what we go through in life, no matter how hard it may seem, the trials, the tribulations, and the challenges, all we have to do is just get up and just keep going and just keep trying and be grateful for the blessings that we do have, the lessons that we are learning, and the people in our lives and the support that we have. Be forever grateful. I want to thank you, Victor, so much for being here. You know you're coming back, my friend, as well as you, Mychal Sledge. Oh my God, these are my friends, and Fabian Thorne, who we got to get you here in the studio. This is where it's at, Fabe. I'm telling you. But I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to another episode of Your Out Unity with these men of gratitude. I want you guys to have a fabulous Thanksgiving. I love you so much. Remember that peace and love is in the palm of our hands. Let's go out there and share some love, be some love, give some love, and be grateful. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night, everyone. I love you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Strong Island Entertainment.